All right, we are 9 months into COVID at the time of this video. Maybe you're even watching it a year from now. I really hope not. But my point is that COVID is here and it is changing the way that we do business. It's definitely changed the way that I do business. I love to do events within my real estate business, and because in-person events or large gatherings are not really a thing right now, I've had to do a lot of my events virtually. Now, this video is mostly for real estate agents, but if you are in some other kind of profession and you find this video helpful, please let me know in the comments. Let me know what profession you're in, because I'd love to hear what other value I'm bringing to other industries besides real estate. All right, so back to virtual events. There are 3 categories that I like to break up virtual events for your real estate business. So the first category is to stay top of mind. So this is the kind of event that you're going to be doing with people that you already know. It's going to be people like your past clients, like your sphere, maybe people within special social groups that you are going to bring together at this virtual event. So ideas for ways that you can stay top of mind through a virtual event. You can do any kind of game. I really like doing bingo or trivia. Those are really simple games. It does not need to be super complex, especially when you're doing virtual. But if there's another game that you particularly like, maybe there's a board game, you can totally do that. There are also companies that will actually do online multiplayer virtual event games. So you can definitely check those out, give it a Google search, and you might find a really fun game that you can share with your sphere and with your past clients. I'm also a huge fan of scavenger hunts. This can be something that can be really fun and interactive. It's also really family friendly. You can do it from a screen and you have a list of categories, a list of items that people have to run in their house and go find. It can be really funny, it can be really fun, it's interactive, it's getting people moving. That's a really fun event that you can do virtually. I also really like experiential virtual events. So one of my favorite things to do is a tasting, and this is a great way to bring in a local business in your community. So something like pairing with a local cheese shop or a wine shop or some kind of local business that has like a food or a drink that you can do a tasting with. So they're going to come up with kits of these tasting items, and the people who are invited to your event are going to go pick those items up in person or can be socially distanced, and then you're going to all meet online virtually and do this tasting together. You can even incorporate that local business. Maybe you do have a cheesemonger who is really an expert in cheese, and they are going to present and walk everybody through all of the cheese that they're tasting, and it's a collective experience that you are doing together. So there's a lot of ways that you can get creative besides just doing that happy hour that's always a little bit awkward or people are talking over each other. You can do something really fun, like with a game or a tasting or some kind of thing, a collective group experience, to stay top of mind with people that you already know. The second category is brand awareness. So this is with people that you don't know. So it's likely people that may have seen your marketing and maybe have seen your logo or seen your headshot or seen your signs around town. It's people that may be slightly aware that you exist, that you are in real estate, but you don't know them yet. And you are going to continue to build that brand awareness within your community. So the best way to do this is to team up with local businesses in your community. So one, that is to get in front of their audience, but it's also good to both promote your businesses. So you can get a larger reach. Maybe you're doing that through social media, or if there are places that are open in your community, maybe you're putting up flyers and you are sharing within your local community. So you are likely going to be teaming up with a local business to do a community event. So an easy way to do this is to team up with a local fitness studio. So maybe there's a yoga studio or another studio that does group fitness classes that you can do virtually, and you can share that with people, and your brand's going to be up there. You're going to be a part of the event, even though you're not teaching it, even though there's going to be an instructor. You are associated with this event. Your branding is all over it. It is a form of marketing. You can also get together panels and do informational seminars that are going to be interesting to people in your community. So you're getting together local thought leaders, or maybe you're doing something about finance, or even just small business owners. You can do, there's so many topics that you can do for an informational seminar with people within your community, and you can be the moderator. You can be the host of this event so that you are getting in front of people. Again, you are getting your branding and you are reaching people that you might not have reached before, or people who are not as familiar with you. The third category is to get leads. So this would be doing something like educational webinars, such as a buyer seminar or a seller seminar or an investor seminar. You can even get a little bit more niche down. So maybe you're doing downsizers or upsizers or seniors. You can get really, really niche down for whatever audience that you really like working with, or if you want to attract more buyers, if you want to attract more sellers, whatever you do. Another webinar topic that I'm a really big fan of right now is that a lot of people are having questions about what is COVID-19 doing to the market. So you can do an educational webinar where you address how COVID-19 is affecting that market. And this is a good way to get buyer and seller leads. Maybe there are people who are thinking about selling. They're curious about what their home values, how this is affecting their home values, or buyers who are thinking about buying and how this affects them. So I really love doing educational webinars, and it's a really good way to get leads. And these are people that are going to be pretty warm because they're already putting their hand up. I'm thinking about buying. I'm thinking about selling. It's one of my favorite ways to get leads, and you can totally do this virtually through a webinar. So there you have it. Ideas for virtual events during this time. You can continue to do events. You can actually make them really fun. It does not have to be a dreaded happy hour or everyone talking all over each other. It can actually be really fun, and your people can actually really enjoy them. So again, there's 3 topics, 3 categories of virtual events: staying top of mind, brand awareness, and to get leads. Thank you for watching this video. Give it a like, subscribe to this channel. I'm going to be doing a whole series on virtual events this month. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next week.